Alright, I have another pickups video from all over the place from the last few weeks. I'm gonna just jump right into it. We have music, we got games, we got books, and gaming accessory as well. So let's just start with the music because there's only one of it, yeah? It is this. I don't know if they had an anniversary recently or something, but YouTube started showing me all kinds of Oasis videos from this album. What's the story, Morning Glory? And I had been in a couple places safely with masks on and distancing recently, and none of them had it, but when I was at Half Price Books, they had it, and it still has that original sticker on it that I absolutely love so much. So yeah, Champagne Supernova, a song that kind of defied my, I don't want to say defined my youth, that would be an over-exaggeration. It was just one of my more favorite songs when I was younger, so if you know anything about this album, it's pretty great. Of course I have it digitally, not an issue. I just wanted to, I remembered I owned it when I was younger, and I was like, oh snap, I should probably find that again and get it. I'm recollecting everything from my youth. All right, next up, just something that I didn't have for the, I don't know if I'm gonna go for a complete Xbox collection, but at the very least, you know, the stuff that is unique to the Xbox, that is exclusive to the Xbox. Don't know if this is or is not. It could be a PlayStation 2 game. If you know, you can definitely tell me down in the comments. I'll worry about that later. But yeah, Outlaw Tennis, I had all the other Outlaw games for the Xbox, so I figured I may as well get this too. I don't know if there's any other ones left that I don't have, so I'll have to look into that, of course. Oh, nothing really. If you live near a vintage stock or one of the oddly named V stocks or Entertain Mart, it's all the same thing. And they have disc buffing machines, so if it has any scratches on the discs, it should be adequately taken care of by the time you buy it. So yeah, I was just been collecting all the Silent Hill games. I noticed I didn't have this one. It's kind of hard to find this one specifically, at least for a decent price anyway. I already owned a copy of Silent Hill for the PlayStation, but it was only the disc, and I got it for pennies, like nothing. When I was like 17 or something like that, I don't remember anymore, 16, I went to a garage sale. The PS1 was old by that time, and we're talking PS2, nobody really cared about the PS1 anymore. They wanted the newer, fancy looking games. So I just found this giant CD binder book thing, just, you know, with all the discs, and just chock full of PlayStation 1 games. So I got like every Final Fantasy game, all the Resident Evils, and Silent Hill, and I paid like $5 for the whole thing. It was a fantastic deal. The binder itself was worth more than that, but they just like, we just want it gone. Okay, bye. So I took it, but so for the rest of my life since then, I've only had the disc and haven't had the box anymore, and I had it before that when I cared about the PlayStation, so I was kind of mad at myself, really. So I've spent time trying to find it, and every time I see it, it is just awfully too expensive. So having said that, I bought this one from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. He gave me a deal of $80. I know that they can be more expensive than that, but that is about as low as I could find, so I took him up on the offer. And then I just turned around and sold my copy for $40. So in other words, I spent $40 on this. And it's pretty immaculate. And I'm excited to have that in my collection. I'm trying to get all the copies of Silent Hill I can find, or all the Silent Hill games, I should say, at least one of them. Another game that needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna take off all the stickers and clean all these. Shrek 2. Why the hell do I have Shrek 2? I mean, I kind of said I was sort of going for a full collection, but I think I really want more exclusive stuff or like weird off-the-wall things to find. I have a copy of regular old Shrek 2 that I got in a lot. I'm not trying to find variations in terms of just games that I already own. What I got this for is because there's only two platinum hits out there that also say family in the middle. If you watch John Hancock at all, he recently just went over all of this in his complete platinum hits collection. Again, he said, you know, there's no real reason to do this, but I don't care about having every platinum hit, but I really did want to get my hands on the 2 family hits before everybody else did, or they jacked up in price or something like that, so I got this before the person really knew what they had. I want to say I didn't spend anything more than $10 on it, and why would you? But I haven't come across these family hits otherwise, so somebody on eBay had it, and yeah, while it's nasty, it's all on there. There's no water damage. And let's check out the disc. Little boo-boos here and there, but this would be playable if I put it in right now, technically, so I'll clean it up. No big deal there. What's this? Another game that is hard to find, but it's incredibly expensive for whatever reason. I don't know. I have it on a hard drive that plays straight from my Wii already. I just didn't have this. I didn't have the physical copy and I needed it. I found it from Canada. Of all things, the cheapest place to get it was Canada. And even then they're like, we'll take $45 for it. I was like, cool. This certainly, in no way, has ever been played by a human being. Or, if it has, it was like once by an adult or something, and that was it. I also believe that this white box is not authentic. I also know, and I didn't realize it till after they shipped it out, that they said, oh, there's some water damage on the cover, so we copied it and then we threw away the cover and put the copy in. That didn't occur to me until it was too late. I could have asked for a refund before they shipped it out. But they shipped it out already. I was like, snap. I said, do you guys still have the original one? I'm okay with water damage, I just want an original cover in there. And they said, no, we disposed of it. I said, okay. Because all that I have found since then is a full complete and box set. If anybody, this is me shouting out, if anybody has just the box and the manual, at this point it's just I kind of have a disc only thing because I'm not ever gonna find just the slipcover. You know what I mean? Like I'm only ever gonna find the box with the game, or the box with the manual, or the manual with the game. I have 2/3 of it here, but I'm never gonna find just a slipcover on its own, which means I'm gonna have to pay another butt ton of money, and I would have just paid the extra money to have one that was correct in the first place. Help me. One last Silent Hill game. What do we got next? It is from Limited Run Games. It took a hot minute to get here, but all this stuff does when you pre-order mass quantities of stuff when they do it like this, when they're just publishing the physical version. So, yeah, number 353, Limited Run VR. They add that in there too. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of fun. Kind of fun stuff. I got this hella cheap because you can get games secondhand from Gamefly after they rent them out, and it should always have the box and the cover and the manual, or if there's an insert, there would be one. This is one that just has all the stuff printed on the backside because they're cheapos, and the disc is great. Yeah, I don't know what happened. They said, okay, it shipped out on one day, and like a week later I emailed them back because I hadn't heard anything. I'm like, if it has shipped out, do you mind sending me the tracking number? And I got some like weird automatic thing saying, we're sorry that you've had an issue. It shows here that you rented the game and you kept it, and we emailed you to see if you wanted to just pay for it outright, and you didn't reply, so we already charged you for it. We'll give you a refund once we get the game back. Like, meaning they thought that this automated thing thought that it charged me because I kept it longer, and they're saying if you don't want that keep charge fee, then send it back to us. And I was very confused because I just wanted a tracking number. I didn't want a refund, and I certainly didn't say anything. I have never rented a game from Gamefly ever. I only set it up to buy a game. So I was really confused. And then the game showed up like 2 hours later at my door, and okay, that's cool and all, but so I don't need the tracking number. I really didn't know what they're talking about. I don't intend on sending the game back to them, you know, so I was like, okay, well then that means they charge me and everything's fine. I got my game, cool. And then an hour and a half after that it said, your refund is pending, give it up to 2 business days to see the money. And then another hour after that, I had the money back. I don't know, I didn't do anything wrong. I just literally asked them a question and it was all some automated response thing, so. Gamefly, if you're watching, you might want to like look at your emails instead of letting it be automated. Jet Moto. Ooh, this is heavy. Why is this one heavy? I got this one as well at the same time that I got a couple of the other things that I've been talking about from Half Price Books. It's Jet Moto 2. It's Jet Moto 2 because I have the first one. I got the first one in that big binder of disc games. I don't have a box for it, so I'll buy a box for that for sure. I just remember seeing Jet Moto on a demo disc. I think that I even had Cool Borders on it. I don't remember. Some schmutz on it, but other than that, it is a good looking game. 3D racing like never before. Fun. I remember that commercial where like the person's sitting on the bike and the old lady is sitting on the jet bike on the TV and the old lady sitting in the chair like dozing off. He's like, hey lady, let's go! And the other racers had already taken off.
Hey, lady, come on, hit the gas! You're killing me out here!
Jet Moto 2.
Yeah, Jet Moto's not for your grandma. Anyway, I also got this one. Oh, this used to be at Game Nut, so Game Nut in Lawrence, Kansas, if you're watching. You had the old sticker, and then you put a new sticker on it, and the person bought it and took that sticker off, and they ended up donating it or selling it to Half Price Books at some point. That's fun. So this is Jet Moto 3. Woof! I'm never gonna get that schmutz off of there. I mean, I know you can soak it. Checkers Video, wow. This thing has been to a lot of places. So I'm just happy to have this stuff. I love finishing franchises and series in my collections. Hey, this is the last video game, and it's the other Platinum Family Hits. I found it. Also, pretty inexpensive. Game Cozy and Movies. Okay. Yeah, there's a boo-boo on the back of the actual... Looks like it goes into it. They didn't mention it on the thing. I'm not too butthurt about it. Otherwise, it's in a good conditions. So, I'm only now one Goosebumps book away from having the original 62. There we go. Slappy Night of the Living Dummy 2. It's back in my collection. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The American cover, because that's the nicer cover. I remember getting this when I was younger, and it was a Easter gift. All the other kids in middle school were like reading it, and I was like, I want to read some magic book, whatever. Like, I was not into it. And then I was grounded one Easter, but my mom still got me an Easter basket, and this was in there along with the Linkin Park Meteora album and like a chocolate bunny and some other little things. And I just remember laying on the couch, eating my chocolate bunny, reading this, and then obviously listening to Meteora over and over and over again. Now I bought this because it was cheaper than all the other ones because it has some boo-boos on it, but you know, I'm just trying to get the collection back. I don't know if I'll ever read it, but I just love to have this stuff because it really defines who I am. All of the stuff in my room I want. Even if I don't play it, it still tells people like what kind of person I am. Even if I'm not reading it or watching it or listening to it, it still lets people know like, oh, this is kind of the stuff that is the building blocks of Brandon. And you know, I'm getting all these books again for a very specific reason. When I was younger, I left my family's house and I moved, and I had a box of my stuff dropped off and I wasn't home to get it, and neither were the people that I was living with, and so it was just sitting outside for a few hours. Nobody stole it or anything, but the problem was it rained. It rained very profusely, and every single thing in that box, once it dried out, was just mushed together, just a big wet clump with wrinkles all in all the books, so I'm almost back to where I was, almost. And then lastly, this book wasn't in that box, but I did have it when I was younger and I read it from the library, and this was the exact same cover. It might have been a hardback, I certainly don't remember, but I'm just glad to have this again. I paid a little bit less, and I didn't buy a brand new copy because I wanted this cover again. The current print of it does not have this cover. So, look at that, it even has the stuff with the glues coming off. Oh man, I love it. I can repair that, but it just kind of really gives it charm. All right, so I swear we're almost done here. There's one last thing. The person I sold that Silent Hill disc to said, "Hey man, I'll give you an extra $5 if you have a PS1 memory card." And I was like, let me check. And I looked everywhere, high and low, and I realized I have several PlayStation 1s. I have several PlayStation 2s. I cannot find a single PlayStation 1 memory card anywhere in here. So, I got this. This was the biggest memory card I could find on eBay. It's basically 1,440 blocks. And when I edit this, I'll put comparatively how much like a regular PlayStation 1 memory card has. I know the PS2 was 8 megabytes because it actually dealt in data, like when it talked to you, but this was in blocks, kind of like the GameCube. Their block sizes weren't the same for sure, but yeah. Oh, someone's been in here. Where we got it? Somebody has been in here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can or not. There we go. Somebody's been in there. Somebody actually opened up this card. I swear on everything, if they open up this card just to swap it out and put something smaller inside, well, whatever. And it's spend that much money on it. If it is just one memory card in here, I'm gonna be pissed. But if it is, you know, it's kind of my own fault for buying on eBay, buying unpackaged used things. Won't matter too much. I saw the Mem Card Pro coming out, and you can use an micro SD card in that, and that'll be, damn, like even like a 1 gigabyte card in a micro SD format inside of a memory card, that, game over, man. I mean, that would hold so much stuff. I'm done here. I'm just so glad you guys watched. It's my favorite thing, is to do this and know that somebody out there is watching and hopefully finding some kind of entertainment in it. So you know what? I'm gonna sign off and tell you one last time, have a good day, because you have earned it, and you know what? You've earned it too. You've earned it. You've all earned it. Come back soon.